opponents kept bringing up is that they kept focusing on that we were only bringing up the issue of morals, but as I said before, this is not just by morals. On many cases, it's not just a few extreme rare cases. There have been hundreds of cases where there were human errors and mishaps in which the inmates died a most crucial suffering, death, which definitely, obviously violates the 8th Amendment. And as for the court being very organized and they really scrutinize all the information, I would like to bring up one person that is very significant to all death penalty issues. And he's from Texas. He's an appellate lawyer, and his name is David Dow. And Texas leads the United States in executions. And David Dow has represented more than 100 death row inmates over the past 2 decades. So he has a lot of experience and information concerning this issue. And he said, when I imagine sitting face to face with somebody who might have injured somebody I love or care about, I can imagine wanting to injure that person myself. I used to support the death penalty, but once I started doing the work, I became aware of the inequalities. I tell people that if you're going to commit murder, you want to be white, and you want to be wealthy, so that you can hire a first-class lawyer, and you want to kill a black person. And if you are, the odds of your being sentenced to death are basically 0. And as for the lawyers being very efficient, this is not entirely true. As Doe also mentions, over the past 5 years, the quality of trial lawyering has gotten vastly better. There are still a handful of bad lawyers, but today the problem is that there aren't any resources. You can have the world's greatest lawyer, and if the lawyer doesn't have resources to hire experts, then it doesn't even really matter. And as for many more of the unfair procedures that go in the courts, take these cases in which serial killers such as the infamous Gary Ridgway in Seattle, who admitted killing 48 prostitutes and runaways, got life in prison. An angel of death nurse in New Jersey who admitted killing 17 people got life. Meanwhile, mentally ill and impoverished murderers who could not afford good lawyers and did not warrant much media attention were given the death penalty. And in Alabama, David Hawker was executed after a 1-day trial. His mental illness was not sufficiently described to the jury. Alabama also executed a 74-year-old man, James Hubbard, who had been on the death row for 27 years and was beset by medical problems which would have probably soon caused his death by natural means, which is cancer, high blood pressure, and the early stages of Alzheimer's. And in Texas, a man with schizophrenia was executed. His name was Kelsey Patterson. And even after the Board of Pardons and Paroles recommended clemency after learning of his time spent in mental hospitals and his unintelligible rambling. Thank you.
My point is that there have been hundreds of cases